Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new style of video for me, a Q&A where you can ask me absolutely anything. Recently I hit 100 subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. I value every single one of you that is subscribed, and I thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. So here we go, a new series of videos which we'll hopefully do on a regular basis where you can ask me absolutely anything. Okay, so a few days ago I put a message out on Facebook asking for questions for a Q&A video. Also asked a few people that I know privately if they wanted to submit questions, and yeah, we've got quite a few questions back. So here's the first batch of questions. Welcome to my Ask Anything. Okay, so the first question comes from Kat Kelly, and they ask, what is your favourite sport? Well, I'm not a massive sports fan, but if I had to pick a sport, I would probably go for American football. Now, I know being English that is probably a little bit of a strange one, but I've been watching this since I was a kid, ever since it used to air on Channel 4 late night, and even though it's more common, a lot of people are now following it, and I just love the sport. Having been to a couple of games when I visited America, I've got to admit the atmosphere in the games is fantastic, the gameplay is brilliant, I just love the strategy behind it, and yeah, that's my favourite sport. My favourite team has always been and is still the New York Giants. They will get the Super Bowl again. Okay, and the next question comes from Arka Sengupta, I think that's how you pronounced it, and they ask, what is the hardest thing to achieve in YouTube as a small creator? And with this one, I think, to be honest, the hardest thing to achieve is no different regardless of what size creator you are, whether you've got 1 subscriber or 1,000,000 subscribers. I think the hardest thing is always motivation, trying to push yourself to do better videos, new videos, and just trying new things, and having the confidence just to literally push yourself beyond your comfort zone. And that's pretty much what I'm doing with this video, because this is the first time I've ever done any sort of Q&A. Okay, Kiri Bungard Budka? Again, hope I'm pronouncing these names correctly. What's the weirdest thing that's happened to you in 2018? Nothing really weird has happened to me this year. Nothing really weird has happened to me this year so far. The weirdest thing... Probably being asked that question, to be honest. Nothing really weird has happened this year, so I'm sorry if you're looking for a better answer, but that must be pretty boring. Nothing's really happened that's weird this year, but granted we're still only in March, so there's plenty of time for something to happen. Okay, so Andreas Franson has asked, have you ever sported a full beard or considered growing one? No. I think I would look absolutely stupid. Maybe I wouldn't, but I feel I would look absolutely stupid. I don't mind a little bit of stubble, but I don't feel I could ever sport a full beard because I feel I would look absolutely stupid. So, no, sorry. Prince Naveed, have you ever been scared to shit after watching a movie? Yes, I really have. But not on the sort of horror movies. Horror movies have never really scared the out of me. I absolutely love that genre. What I find more scary is the psychological thrillers. There have been a few over the years that have really scared me to as we said. One that comes to mind is What Lies Beneath. That movie really just got me and made me jump on more than one occasion, more than the goriest horror movie or slasher movie. So yeah, I really have, but not for a long time, to be fair. Don Vito Luxic asks, do you sleep with the closet doors open or closed? I ask because of closet monsters. Now I do sleep with all of the doors closed, not really because of monsters or anything, but just because I'm a little bit OCD about these things. Things need to be put away, things need to be closed, and yeah, just with the doors closed. There probably are closet monsters, and who wants to actually meet one? I certainly don't. But no, doors closed every time. Okay, next up, Courtney Sgambato. again, hoping I'm pronouncing these names correctly. If I don't, I really do apologise. Asks, if you could live in any timeline, where would you live? Timeline, do you mean time period? If I could live in any time period, I would probably like to live back in the 80s again. Things were just pretty cool. Those things like the Commodore 64 for playing computer games, and that was one of the best machines ever, and still holds up today. Granted, it's not as cool as the MacBook, but yeah, the 80s were pretty cool. The movies that were coming out, I really enjoyed 80s movies, and yeah, a lot of cool things happened in the 80s. Granted, probably not the best decade ever, but I would really love to go back to the 80s. Yeah, the 80s. Failing that, I would like to go back a really long time, and I wouldn't want to live with the dinosaurs, but going back to see them would be pretty cool. And I certainly wouldn't want to live in the medieval ages because of all the disease and people dying like in the 20s and 30s. So yeah, probably only go back 30 or 40 years, but that's pretty cool. Having said that, there's a lot to be said for today. MacBook, iPhone. We didn't have any of this back in the 80s. Okay, but a couple of questions from the next guy. This one is from Charlie, and he asks, what, in your opinion, is the funniest moment or scene from any Star Wars movie? And I've got to admit, the scene I always find the funniest, and it is completely unintentionally funny, is in Star Wars A New Hope, when the stormtroopers are all coming into the Death Star and one of them bumps his head on the door. It is so unintentional, it shouldn't have happened, but they left it in, and it always makes me laugh. There were some funny moments in The Last Jedi. I mean, that was probably the funniest Star Wars movie to date, but none that really stand out. For me, it's got to be that scene in A New Hope, or Star Wars, as I know it. Next question. What is your favourite type of Pokemon? I've played Pokemon Go, as you may have seen in a couple of videos. And he gives a few examples: Dragon, Fire, Steel, etc. His is Ice. Doesn't really know why. My favourite type of Pokemon, I'd probably say, is Shiny. No, I know that's not really a type of Pokemon, before you all leave in the comments. My favourite type of Pokemon would probably be Water. And the reason for that is I absolutely love water in general. I love scuba diving, and I just love being on the water. So it transitions that my favourite type of Pokemon is probably Water type. And his final question, what do you enjoy the most about vlogging? What do I enjoy the most about vlogging? It's something that originally I started doing when I made holiday videos when I used to travel. None of them ever made it onto YouTube. I just used to make the videos and put them together for watching later. The quality of them was not anywhere nearly as good as what I would like to put out there now. I know I still have a long way to go in terms of vlogging, in terms of the quality of videos I put out, but I am trying to get better videos, better angles, better equipment. And yeah, my favourite thing about vlogging is telling a story and having that memory to look back on at a later date. Just the other day I looked back at some of my Cuba vlogs, and that was almost a year and a quarter ago, and it feels like 5 minutes ago. These vlogs just make everything feel so fresh for me. So that is what I like the most about vlogging. Although having said that, walking through town or anywhere with a camera stuck in your face is very difficult to get used to. Okay, the next question comes from Jack, and he asks, what is your favourite James Bond and Star Wars movie? My favourite Star Wars movie is really easy. Well, actually I've got a couple, but my favourite Star Wars movie has to be the original Star Wars. I remember watching that so many times as a kid, wearing out the Betamax videotape when I used to just watch it over and over and over again, and it is the movie that I fondly associate with Star Wars. Whenever anyone mentions Star Wars, I think of A New Hope. Having said that, very, very close second has to be Empire Strikes Back, which in a lot of ways is a better movie than Star Wars. I really love Empire Strikes Back. It has some great scenes, great character moments, and really pushes the boundaries of what we'd expect from Star Wars. But my absolute favourite Star Wars has to be Star Wars. My favourite James Bond movie has changed quite a lot over the years. When I was younger, and please don't laugh too much, I used to love Diamonds Are Forever. The Las Vegas setting I found amazing. I loved the oil rig at the end for some reason, I don't quite know. I loved the music, and I loved just the tongue-in-cheekiness of the whole thing. But as I matured and grew up, I still like that movie, but I wouldn't say it's one of my favourites. My favourite, again, and it's very, very close, is Licence to Kill, which came out in 1989 with Timothy Dalton as the Bond. That movie, in a lot of ways, was very ahead of its time. I absolutely loved it. It was darker, it was grittier, and I really wish he'd been given a chance to do more in the role, because I think his films could have been something a lot more special if he'd got more of a legacy rather than just 2 films. Or possibly 2006's Casino Royale, which was Daniel Craig's introduction into the world of Bond. That movie just hits, for me personally, everything perfectly. It looks great, it sounds great, and we didn't necessarily need the whole origin of 007 in that movie, because that was never covered in the book. But I see why they put that in there, and it just looks absolutely great. I've been to the Bahamas, I've seen a lot of the locations for real, and I absolutely love that movie. Okay, and Adam asks, are you going to be getting the new C64 Mini? And the answer to that one is a very simple yes. I should be getting it hopefully anytime soon. Maybe by the time this video goes up, I will already have it. I put the pre-order in as soon as I heard it was available for pre-order. The C64 has to be, for me, one of the classic machines. It takes me back to when I was a kid. The games, the whole C64 experience was just perfect, and hopefully now I'm getting this retro machine, relive a few of those old games, and I'm probably going to put an unboxing and a review video of this machine up, because I'm hoping for something good. I'm hoping for something really, really good. And that pretty much does it. We have got through all of the questions. If you have any more questions for the next video, please leave them in the comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video, and if you haven't done so already, please subscribe, because there are definitely more videos coming as we move through this year. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you real soon. Bye.